right, we have North Georgia School of Gospel Music with us here at the National Quartet Convention. I was actually walking through the building and came across their booth, saw a picture of a whole lot of young people, and I'm like, I have got to talk to them because all you listeners know that's our target audience. And so I've got here with us the director and administrator with us. So I'm going to just kind of start asking them some questions about what's going on, let them kind of share, because I think there's a lot of our audience, especially those in the West Georgia, East Alabama area. This may be something you guys may want to take a part of. So let me just start where the school come from, give us some background, and lead us up to today.
Well, the school started in 1981, and when it began, it was started as a shape note singing convention singing school to teach the do-re-mis, to teach music theory, and we still do that now 42 years later. When it began, it was at Young Harris College in Young Harris, Georgia, and it's moved around a little bit through the years to different college campuses, and in 2021, COVID forced a little change in that, and so we moved to a local church facility, and now we are hosted at the beautiful facility of First Baptist Church of Cumming, Georgia, and we are most blessed to be in that facility and to see the things that are happening, the growth that's happening in the school, and to see it going all these years later.
Awesome. Yeah, great facility. Know the church well, so fantastic. Great to be there. So we were mentioning before we started the interview, give us that age range of those that are coming in and being a part of this program.
Absolutely. So this past year, our ages were from 4 to 92. We had 2 dedicated adult classes and about 11 classes that were children and students. So it's great. We have an 8th note class that's like 4 to 1st grade, and they're there half a day, but by the end of the week they've learned to conduct, and they can actually usually sing, an easy shape note song.
Awesome. Yeah.
So we have the children, the preschoolers, we call them pre-K, they stay half a day. Everybody else stays a full day. Okay. And we have 13 classes that we put them in. We do have some dedicated classes for just adults because we had some that are, like we said, we had one that was 92.
Wow.
But our median age is generally 15 to 20. That's the middle high school and college age is our median age range, and that's where our largest base of students is. But we have 4 and 5 year olds, and we have 8 and 9 year olds, and we have 40 and 50 and 60 year olds. So nobody's too young, nobody's too old. But we give a placement test when they come, and we put them in one of those 13 theory classes, and we teach music theory. We teach harmony, sight singing, ear training, and somebody that would say, well, you don't have anything for me. I don't know anything. Well, we got a class for that. You have somebody say, well, I went to college and studied music. Well, so did all of our teachers and all of our faculty, and they all have degrees, and our upper level classes are collegiate theory classes. And so we have something for everything from I know nothing to I went to college, and then generally everybody else fits somewhere in between, so we have something for that.
Good. Well, tell me a little bit about, all right, so how do you approach those that know nothing? What is kind of approaches on that?
Well, the approach is we start at the beginning. We start at the very beginning. We do teach shape notes, do, re, mi, and most people, they say, I don't know what that is. Well, if you've ever seen The Sound of Music, do a deer. Well, there's a shape note for that. Do is a triangle, and every one of the notes has a shape. And so we teach by the shapes, and so they learn to sing by the shape and by the syllable. But we also teach lines and spaces, and so a person who's never, if they say, well, I don't read music, well, we teach the very basics from the beginning of the staff. We teach note values and rest, and we teach all of those things, and then we progress all the way through to, we teach advanced harmony, we do chord analyzation, and we do ear training, and we do sight reading, sight singing, and conducting. We offer all of those things, and then we do private lessons in the middle of all that. We offer private piano with some of the best pianists you've ever heard in your life. We offer private voice. We have guitar lessons, bass lessons. We do songwriting, and so it's a comprehensive program that all takes place. And yet we start right at the very beginning, and we'll walk in, and a teacher will say, "This is a staff," and here we go. So we start right at the very beginning.
Good. So now this is 1 week during the summer.
It is.
So obviously we're past the summer. So what is the week for next year? What can they be looking for?
So it's going to be June 9th through the 14th, and it'll be, like we said, First Baptist Church of Cumming. Our website has volumes of information on there. That is ngsgm.com, so ngsgm.com. There's a Q&A, and then also you can get in touch with either of us, and we'll answer any questions that anyone would have. I'll tell you, the school changed my daughter's life, and that's how I became a part of it back in 2015-16, and we felt impressed by God to offer to do a little bit more, and then the rest is history. I've been the administrator since 16, but on top of the foundation that it builds and how much they learn, they're taught about a relationship. They're taught about singing is not just getting up and singing. It's about the audience of one that you sing to, and it's everybody who comes to that school leaves saying, "I will never be the same." Everybody, whether they're 4 or they're 92. I mean, the 92-year-old man walked up last year, the day that we checked in, with his 17-year-old grandson, and he said, "I think I'm interested in this." And he said, "Can I register for next year?" And I said, "Why not register for this year?" He said, "Really?" And I said, "Absolutely." And he absolutely loved it.
Wow.
And so it's something that has been endorsed by, which is why we're here at the National Quartet Convention. Gerald Wolfe and the Hymn Sing Foundation have endorsed it. We were fortunate to get to go and sing on their last live taping at Lee University. Sandy Payton is on staff with us. The Hayes family children went to our school. Their parents went to Mylan went to the school. So
it's a life-changing week, and I started when I was 13, going to a school very similar, and went for 2 weeks. Back then it was 2 weeks, and went and came home, and my life wasn't the same. And I started teaching at the school in 2007. And just was a classroom instructor, and then became the director in 2014. And it is a spiritual experience as much as it's a musical experience. We pray over every student as they register. We pray for them, and it's amazing to see how God works. We had during the closing program this year, we had a little boy who got saved during one of the songs. His mom didn't know what was going on, and he is down praying on his knees while we're singing. And that, for me, is the most exciting thing, to see that happen. And so we are serious about the music side of it. Everything is done with excellence. Our staff is the most qualified staff you'll find anywhere. They can be on any college staff, music staff, church staff, it doesn't matter. They can do it all. But they're also people that love the Lord, and that is the first criteria that we look for. And so the week is not just a music week, it's a spiritual week. Yeah. It's special.
And I appreciate that, because I know music plays a big role in our spiritual walk with the Lord. I mean, you can't read the Bible without seeing how powerful music is.
Absolutely.
Throughout the whole scriptures. So to have that an ability, the other day when we met, you gave me some of the music, and so I quickly went through. I said, "Okay, I can listen to this," and I will tell you, that was powerful. Awesome. It is so good to hear the voices, and again, we talk about the quality and hear the sound. And I know it's hard to, and those who listen to the radio, you listen to music on the radio, and you may appreciate this, even though being live and singing is one thing, but when it comes across in the media, whether it's music, media, radio, or in this case a CD or whatever, and you can still feel that spirit, it was amazing.
Man,
so I tell you, I was very impressed. Again, knowing that there's probably some people there, they knew nothing about music beforehand and was able to come to that level. It's
Well,
just
nothing
amazing.
you heard, nothing was learned beforehand. Everything you heard was learned during that week that we were there. So we start on Sunday night, and by Friday we're ready to do that recording. Which is
That is, and that's what I figured. That's what I was saying. That was amazing to be able to hear that and hear the young voices. And again, as a ministry, we understand the importance of reaching this next generation, and having the means of using the medium of music is powerful.
we get a lot of people that will ask us, and I hear it all the time. My full-time job is I co-pastor a church in Monroe, Georgia, and the music minister, and have done that for 22 years. And I have people that call me, and Michelle's also been in the music ministry, and I know it's happened to her too. But it's about a weekly thing for me, and it's happened to me this week at NQC. Somebody will come and they'll say, "My church needs help. We need a song leader. We need musicians.
Pianist.
We need a pianist. We need choir. And they ask, can you help us?" And my answer to that question is yes. We can help you. Send kids to us. Send them when they're 4. Send them when they're 15. Send them to us, and we can help. That's what we're there to do. And we've got kids who are, I say kids now, kids that have come through our school. They're adults now, and they're singing here this week at NQC. She mentioned some of them, but we've got kids that are serving in the local church, and that does my heart so good to go and see a young man or a young girl or young woman that have come through our school, and they're leading music in their church, they're singing in their church, they're playing the piano at their church. That does my heart more good than anything. And so my answer is, you need help? Yes, we can help. We may not send you somebody. Everybody wants us to send them somebody.
Yeah.
My response is, no, you send somebody to us and let us work with them, and we can help.
And just to piggyback on that, in addition to them serving, singing in the choir or praise team, a lot of times they're leading, like they'll get the group of children that might not have anyone to take them under their wing, and they'll direct a children's choir.
Yes.
Because we give them that
We
foundation.
give them the tools.
Yes, I appreciate it, because you mentioned how to be able to conduct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that really is a powerful part of being able to expand the ministry. And I appreciate what you guys are saying, because one of the things in our ministry is we help churches, and we're working with churches. They're always asking the same question: can you get somebody that can do music, youth, counting, and they list all these other things.
And we'll pay them $10
we'll pay them
a month.
$10 a month, and we pat them on the back and appreciate them. And I'm like,
Sure.
they're out there. They're looking for me to send somebody, or they're looking
Right.
out there. And I've said this for decades: you're looking the wrong place. And I pointed to the younger ones: train them,
Yep.
let them do it.
Yep.
Right. And
And that's another reason why when I saw you guys, I'm sitting there going, we got to have this conversation.
One of the amazing things that I see too is that if a church will invest in their kids and raise up the kids to love it and love their church, love the Lord, but love their church, and want to invest back in the church. If I grew up here and I've been trained and I love it here, then I'll stay here, and and there's a different heart there in that. And so, when people ask me, and I get those calls, I had one the other day. A church called and they said, it's about the 4th or 5th time they've called me. We need a piano player. We need this. And I told the gentleman that called me, I said, can I please just beg you, find that 8-year-old kid in your church, find that 14-year-old kid in your church that maybe doesn't play, that doesn't conduct, that doesn't sing. Send them to us for a week, and I bet you they'll love it when they're done.
Yeah.
And let us invest in them for 4 years, 3 years. We have students that have come 10, 12 years. They keep coming back.
That's
and
good.
last year, Stephen got a call mid-April from a minister of music at a church. I don't remember where she was, but she said, I've just hired a guy that's going to help. He's married, he has kids, but he can get up and lead by himself, but he's got to get the choir. He's got to get the atmosphere of leading people. And I've just been struggling, and finally a light bulb went off, and I'm like, I've got to send him to the North Georgia School of Gospel Music.
Changed his life.
And
Yeah.
Changed his life.
yes, unbelievable. We had a similar guy from Texas who the Mile and Hayes family told about. And he came from Texas, a father, has 4 children, minister of music, but wanted to get the choir back.
And wanted to be better at what he did.
And know how to teach the notes and know how to teach the parts. And he left after a week, and he can do it.
That's amazing. Yeah, that is one of those things, is that, again, being in ministry for more than 3 decades, looking back, and a lot of times guys are asked to do things. They hired for one thing, but you got to do this. And inevitably, it ends up being music.
All the time.
And that really does, I think, dictate the service so many times. And so to have that ability and not just have somebody standing there and the choir sings, being able to move that forward, that was one of the things that I was thankful. Many times we would come in, and I only took 1 class in college on how to lead music, but I'll be honest with you, it was probably the most useful class I had as we started helping churches.
Inevitably, you're going to have to do it if you serve in church. Everybody is looking.
Yeah.
Everybody is looking. And you're right, they all look for the same thing. I get the same calls, we need somebody to do our youth, and we'd like for them to maybe handle the church finances, and then if they could do the music, it would be great. And if their wife plays the piano, that's an
that's even better.
And I'm like, you're asking for all these things in one person. But, if you just give them even that one class, even 1 week,
yeah,
it will give them things that are so useful. It's practical. And our staff is very diverse too, in that we all serve. Everybody serves in a local church. Everybody does. Now, some of them may teach in a public school classroom. Some of them may teach in a college classroom. Some of them may be on the road, with a group. But every one of them is a local church person, because I believe in the church is where it starts. And they all serve, and so they have that mentality of, this is how we can help the church. And so, whether it's a choir, I think that's a strong point for us. We have a choir of nearly 250. I love it. But if it's a small group, if it's a church with a praise team, we've had people that come in and they say, hey, I sing with 4 singers that will help you. And our instrumental teachers are the best at what they do. And so we can help you be a better pianist. We can help you be a better conductor. We can help you be a better bass player. Our bass teacher was on the road with Gold City, Adam Borden. Adam's the best bass player. He's got a degree in jazz bass, but he was on the road with Gold City. And, if you want to go on how to play bass, he'll show you. Our guitar teacher's my dad. He's a 2-time Georgia State champion guitar picker.
Wow. Yes.
We bring the best, and we can help you with that. We can help you. Our piano faculty, you'll never find better pianists anywhere. And all of those things, plus the classroom instruction, but then the lifetime of just connections and memories and friends and the spiritual emphasis, it's a powerful week.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm very impressed. I love what you guys are doing, because one, those are some of the most important things in church, dealing with music, the next generation of kids, raising them up, and keeping all that together, and developing talents. One of the things I've joked around with a lot of people here, God's given some people some great talents when it comes to music, but if somebody doesn't expose them to it and give them that opportunity, they don't have that. There's a few of us that were given piano lessons and other things, and I can tell you that note is that here. But don't ask me to play. It doesn't come across at all, which is fine. God's given talent to those people do it. I have a best friend for 30-some years. He can pick up any instrument you can think of and just play it. He is just phenomenal, and we are best friends, and I tell him all the time I hate him, but at the same time, I'm thankful God has given talents to people in an area that I think in ministry and in the local church is crucial.
Right.
Music is powerful. Yeah. It makes a difference. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing radio. We wouldn't be doing, if we didn't realize music is very powerful to grab the attention and then turn around and give them the gospel or give them truths of how to grow as a believer. Yeah. It's just a powerful medium. And so, again, thank you guys for what you do. We will have all of their stuff on our website, links to you guys, and we'll get you our information as things happen, as you get closer. Remind us. We will let our audience know.
Absolutely.
Because I think this is something that I'm passionate about for our audience, especially our younger audience. They need this in their life. They need music.
Come and see us. We want you.
Absolutely. And, it's our intention and that anyone who wants to come will make a way for them to come. So, if someone looks at it and, they can't afford it or whatever, reach out because we want people to hear about it. We want them to come. God has blessed us with a facility where we can grow and grow and grow. And so the more the merrier.
Good. And parents that are listening, if you've got kids, it is an investment well worth your time. I will tell you, I know parents invest in their kids in a lot of areas, spend a lot of money, but getting them involved in ministry, you can't beat that. You can't.
And if I could add this too, we've had a lot of young people that have come through and have showed exceptional talent, and we have had a tremendous not only return in the local church, but our kids have had absolutely no trouble getting in the college music program of their choice. So if they want to do it somewhere else outside of, and that goes along with the church too, but we've had great success at both secular and Christian universities. Our kids excel to the top of their class, and so if you're interested in music as a career, maybe as a music teacher, our faculty can help you with that, and we've seen great success, and we've got kids right now that are in college music programs everywhere, and they're all excelling. So let us help you. We just want to be a blessing. So please come see us.
Yes.
Well, thank y'all for taking the time to come over here.
Sure.
We really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. We're excited about your ministry. We'll be praying with you and how God can use it and grow it. But thank you for coming by.
And maybe y'all can come visit the school.
And we definitely, we're going to look at our schedule. If we're available, we're going to need to come see you guys.
Awesome. Thank y'all.
Thank you.